The Morse code that could save a man on death row? Watch until the end to see what happened.
In the solemn courtroom, the woman rhythmically tapped her cheek with her fingers. It turned out she was using Morse code to communicate with the death row inmate. She asked the prisoner how she could rescue him. Upon receiving Annie's message, the prisoner responded by blinking in Morse code. Due to the volume of information, Annie immediately took notes. By the time they finished exchanging messages, the trial had concluded. The prisoner was sentenced to death, with execution scheduled in 3 days. However, he wasn't the least bit nervous. Just moments ago, he and Annie had devised a grand escape plan. That night, following Jack's instructions, Annie arrived at a wall. She located the specified brick and gently pushed it inward. The wall slowly rose, revealing a sports car inside. Annie got into the car and immediately headed to the next location. Upon seeing the 37-kilometer marker, she pulled over. Suddenly, the mountainside transformed into a door that slowly opened. As the car drove into the cave, she discovered a large secret chamber inside. After entering the safe's password, it popped open, revealing stacks of cash in various colored vials. Annie picked up the yellow and green vials specified by Jack. Next, Annie planned to use these to rescue Jack from prison immediately. However, she still needed to find a key figure, the Minister of Justice. This man abused his power for corruption and had long been infatuated with Annie. Seeing her beauty, he always wanted Annie to become his wife. Now, seeing Annie approach him voluntarily, he eagerly closed the door, ready to make a move. But Annie asked him to prove his love for her. The minister swore on the spot, willing to do anything for Annie. Annie smiled slightly, then picked up the newspaper on the table. She saw the news about Jack's impending execution and expressed curiosity about this legendary figure, wanting to see him before he died. The minister immediately refused, as Jack was a death row inmate. Annie had to try another approach. She teased the minister with her nose, and he quickly agreed, on the condition that he accompany Annie. However, he didn't anticipate that this was Annie's trap. That night, they went to the prison. The minister found an excuse to interrogate Jack, and the three entered the interrogation room. 27 minutes later, the minister calmly exited, stating that Jack was like a fool, unwilling to say anything. The warden informed him that Jack had been like this since entering prison, expressionless and silent. The next day was the execution day. The guards cut off Jack's collar and led him to the guillotine. Unexpectedly, even at this moment, he remained expressionless, as if it had nothing to do with him. Seeing his unusual behavior, the nearby sheriff suddenly sensed something was wrong. He recalled the various human skin masks found at Jack's home and felt uneasy. He immediately stepped forward to halt the execution.